On the last trading session of Friday, gold spot printed a closing price little above $1,750 per ounce. Numbers rounded and the market is closed. And the last week, gold traded as low as $1,737 per ounce and as high as $1,787 per ounce. Numbers are rounded and the market is closed. Gold, from a technical point of view, is trading in a downtrend, in a correction, and it's below its all daily simple moving averages. Worth noting that the short-term moving averages are below the long-term ones, which is bearish, and the RSI readings are bearish on the daily chart, bearish on the weekly chart, and still moderate on the monthly chart. The supports on weekly basis are located at 1750, then 1720, then 1676, and the resistance levels are located at 1767, then 1782, then 1800. The pivot on the weekly chart is 1758, and on the daily chart is 1749. Gold needs to reclaim the weekly pivot to start to look more bullish. That's all. Moving now to the calendar. On the economic calendar for the coming weekend from the United States, we are waiting for the following economic headers to be released: the core durable goods orders on Monday, then the CB consumer confidence on Tuesday, on Thursday waiting for the GDP, and on Friday the ISM manufacturing PMI. That's all for the economic calendar. Moving now to the trading strategy. Hi again, it's always nice to meet you in a new episode of our gold price weekly forecast. Gold today. If you are new to this video, let me guide you how this works. At the very beginning, we will have a look at the US dollar chart to look for a clue for the next move. Then we will examine the gold chart as well for the same reason, and then we will reach into a conclusion. We will start at the moment with the US dollar chart. Now, when you look at the US dollar chart, especially the higher time frames, I'm talking about the weekly time frame, the monthly time frame, you will see a very clear uptrend evolving, and it looks like it's a sustainable trend for some time. I'm not bullish for the US dollar on the long term, but you got to be, or I got to be bullish about it, technically at least on the short term. And it looks for me like the US dollar is about to break out to 94.5, then to 98. I have said this before, like maybe 2 months ago, and we did not see that much of a breakout, but you cannot neglect the fact that gold and silver and the rest of the market, even the stocks and the other currencies, have been suffering. So what I have been telling you, it has an implication. The US dollar strength and firmness is holding the market at lower rates. Now moving into the gold chart, gold basically, and from a very simple unbiased technical view, it's trading in a downtrend, and it's respecting the falling trend line, this red line that you see. It's connecting the highs, it's respecting it. Whenever gold rallies nearby this line, it turns around, it sells off and goes back down. This is what we call it in technicalities a very well established downtrend. Now, for an asset, any asset, not only on particular gold or silver, I'm talking about any asset that is trading in a downtrend. Any rally in a market that it's trading in a downtrend is considered as a counter trend rally. It's a rally that you need to sell when it peaks. On the last week, we have been looking for gold to reach about to 1791, if you watched the last video, but we didn't reach there. Actually, we reached nearby 1787. People who sold at that level, they actually made a sizable profits. So this week, I would assume that gold won't have the strength to go as high as 1700. It's even maybe 1773 to 1780 max to max. This what we're going to see as highs of the week, which I suppose, or which I recommend, according to what I have said so far, that this is a counter trend rally that you got to get involved with by being on the sell side. Now, what we got to understand from the price action of gold, silver, and the rest of the precious metals in the past few weeks, that these markets have established already a downtrend for some time since it peaked in the last year, and it's stuck into this downtrend. And usually, when the downtrend wants to change into an uptrend, this not going to happen through these counter trend rallies that we have been encountering into the past few weeks and months. Market needs to do a full reset. I would imagine that these supports, or not imagine, it's like technicalities. The floor for gold is somewhere between 1500 to 1550, and the floor for silver is somewhere between 16 to 19. So before these levels are met, I don't expect huge moves to the upside in gold. This is in like short. So what I do recommend is that you sell the counter trend rallies as explained earlier. That's all for our video for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure like and subscribe. You may also visit our website www.goldcoachy.com. There are products and services, and there are also articles that can help you navigate this markets and other markets. That's all for this week. See you next week in another video.